We're on the record in two cases. The first case is cause number 324003. Second case is cause number 328947. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Dadrian LeQuinn Anderson. Is that correct, Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Anderson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, you may put your hand down. Mr. Anderson, how are you doing today?
Doing fine.
That's good. Mr. Anderson, I have before me in cause number 324003 a motion to revoke your probation. And in this motion, it alleges that on March 4th of 2020, while you were in, on March 4th of 2020, that you was found guilty for the offense of criminal mischief, a Class A misdemeanor. And your punishment was assessed for a term of 180 days confinement in Jefferson County Jail, a fine of $1,000 in accordance with Article 4212 of the Code of Criminal Procedure of the state of Texas. And that was, the confinement was probated for a period of 2 years. On February 5th of 2021, the state filed a motion to revoke your probation. In this motion, the state, well, first of all, there are 4 allegations. In the first allegation, the state alleged that you committed the offense of trespassing on or about the 26th day of January of 2021 in Jefferson County, Texas, against the peace and dignity of the state in violation of your condition 1 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Allegation 2 alleges that you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as ordered by the court for the months of November and December of 2020, as directed in violation of condition 4 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Allegation 3 alleges that you failed to pay court-assessed fees as ordered by the court, and as of December 22nd of 2020, you were $1,390 in arrears in violation of condition 8 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
True.
Allegation 4 alleges that you failed to perform community service hours as required, as ordered by the court in violation of condition 14 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Okay. Now, are you pleading true to allegations 1, 2, and 3 freely and voluntarily?
Yeah, true.
Okay, and are you pleading true to allegations 1, 2, and 3 because they are true?
I can't hear you.
And are you pleading to allegations 1, 2, and 3 because they are true?
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, now, Mr. Anderson, I have before me the misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is State's Exhibit number 1. And on State's Exhibit number 1, on page 2, there are a set of initials next to a line that has MTRP plea true to allegations 1, 2, and 3. The initials are DA. Are these your initials that you placed there?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, Mr. Anderson, there's a signature above the line that says Defendant. that purports to be your signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And at the bottom of this document, Mr. Anderson, there is a signature above. The next document is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. At the bottom of this document, there's a signature that purports to be your signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And at the top of this document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you are waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Anderson, did you sign a document out there before you on paper that is titled the discovery certification?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections, Judge.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you have advised and counseled Mr. Anderson. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge, Judge.
Mr. Anderson, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, I will accept your pleas of truth to allegations 1, 2, and 3. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas of truth to allegations 1, 2, and 3 were freely and voluntarily given. And I will find that the evidence is sufficient to revoke your probation, and your probation is hereby revoked. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 180 days county jail, and that's to run concurrent with cause number 328947.
Mr. Anderson, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Hold on a minute. You have his motion? His motion. Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Anderson, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail, and you will also be required to pay court costs, in this case of $57. Mr. Anderson, would you be able to pay the $57 court costs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Anderson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Anderson, I'll follow the, oh, wait, also, Mr. Anderson, this case will be running concurrent with cause number 328947. And Mr. Anderson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Anderson, we have another case before us. And this case is cause number 328947. And in this case, the information alleges that on or about January 26, of 2021 that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Anderson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Plead guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anderson, I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1. State's Exhibit number 1 is the misdemeanor plea admonishment. And on this document, Mr. Anderson, on page 2, there are a set of initials on the line that's titled guilty. The initials are DA. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant, and that signature purports to be your signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on, let's see, I have another document here. This document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. And Mr. Anderson, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. Those 2 boxes state, the first box state that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving or giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and, well, did you sign another document out there before you that is titled the discovery certification?
Yes, sir.
And prior to signing and initialing these documents that I just spoke of, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections, Judge.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Anderson, well, Mr. Reynolds, you advised and counseled Mr. Anderson. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
And has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 180 days county jail to run concurrent with cause number 324003.
Okay. Now, Mr. Anderson, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. There is a court cost of $282. Mr. Anderson, would you be able to pay the $282?
Yes, sir.
You will? Okay, so Mr. Anderson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, I'll follow the plea bargains agreements that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Anderson, This case will run concurrent with cause number 324003. And Mr. Anderson, you will be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law in both of these cases. Do you understand that?
Yeah, what?
Mr. Anderson, you'll be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, please follow the bailiff and have a great day.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Judge,